Welcome to Mindful Yoga and Yogis at Home. We're going to have a few minutes lying quietly now. We'll aim to finish at about 10 to 9, so you get your full hour. We'll be finishing at 10 to 9, so you get your full hour. First and foremost, just make sure you're comfortable for the next few minutes. Riding this lovely space today. So let's close the eyes. Closing the eyes, yogis. Coming into a relaxation position at the beginning is a great thing. Just allows us a few minutes to arrive in the space. And this evening we're going to practice what's known as rectangular breathing. And rectangular breathing is almost sort of counting the breath. It's a lovely way to begin your practice, particularly if you've just literally got here, the busyness of getting here, chatting to others. It all takes energy. So this is a lovely way to refocus, but also to quieten down. It's quite calming and centering. And it's known as rectangular breathing. And I'm going to guide you through that now, just for a few minutes to arrive in the space. As I say, point us in the right direction for our practice. First of all, I just want you to take several deep breaths in and out through the nostrils, so that first and foremost, you're just connecting with your breath, but you're also just relaxing the breath. So close the eyes. Ideally, we close the mouth. And we're just taking a few deep breaths through the nostrils. And then we're going to take a deep breath in, and as we do, we're going to count in to a count of 4. So as you inhale, just counting on 1, 2, 3, and 4. Hold the breath for just 1 count, and then gently breathe out for 4, and hold the breath out for 1 count. So we breathe in gently and carefully on a count of 4. Hold the breath for 1 count. And we breathe out gently for a count of 4. And we hold the breath out for 1 count. So our ratio is 4, 1, 4, 1. And we're going to do 5 more rounds slowly. So we inhale, we mentally count up to 4 as we do so without straining. We pause for 1 count. Gently breathe out for a count of 4. And we hold that breath out for 1. And then we start the next round. And I would like you to have a go at doing 5 more very slowly in your own time. This is known as rectangular breathing. The benefits are that it's quietening, calming, as well as focusing. Allows us just to start to focus on the breath and yet quieten down the whole entire nervous system. Now don't rush these rounds, yogis. Do take your time. There's no rush. We've got lots of time. Simply enjoy breathing in, breathing out of the body, and just switching on that mental count if you can. In for 4, pausing for 1, breathing out for 4, and pausing for Keep going nice and slowly in your own time. Just do 2 more slow rounds, yogis. 2 more rounds of rectangular breathing in your own time. Remember, take your time. No rush. And then, yogis, after you finish that next and final round of rectangular breathing, and again, don't rush it. Just let the breath completely relax now. So no more holding or mental counting of the breath. Just allow the breath now to completely relax. Continue just to rest a while. Continue to just allow the breath now to completely relax. And we're going to take the awareness down to our fingers and toes. And just start to make small, tiny movements in the fingers and toes, yogis. Slowly and gently moving the fingers and toes. Give them a little wiggle, fingers and toes. Start to become aware of these areas once more, fingers and toes. And then making a loose fist and just taking the awareness down to the wrists and ankles, and we'll start to move them in small circles, wrists and ankles, becoming aware of these areas. Now, if you've done 5 or 6 little rotations in one direction, then make sure you do that in the opposite direction as well, yogis. See this as untying the knots. We often forget about the joints of our fingers and toes. It's really important to open and energize them. If you've done a lot of computer work today, or even a lot of walking, wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes, stretch and open them. Make little circles with your wrists and ankles and just untie any knots there. Breathing deeply into these areas. And then bring yourself to stillness. Stretch the arms overhead, or perhaps if it's more comfortable, take the arms out to the side. But ideally, arms overhead. And we're going to bring the legs together. I'm going to flex the toes towards us and push our feet or our heels away. So toes towards you, heels pushed away, and just lengthen and stretch. Enjoy a long reach into the whole body, yogis. And as you stretch, just enjoy several deep breaths there. That lovely acknowledgement of stretching and breathing into the whole body for a moment. Enjoy another deep breath there in your own time. Again, this may be the first time since this morning that you've acknowledged and stretched into the whole body. So take a moment, enjoy that stretch. Take another deep breath in and out if you wish to. And as you exhale, just float the arms back down to the sides of the body when you're ready. If your eyes were closed, open them now. Welcome back. And I'm just going to put one little light on. The light is more on me than you, so hopefully your eyes won't feel too startled. It'll feel bright. And then can I ask you to hug your knees into your chest now, yogis? We're going to hug our knees into the chest. We're still lying down. And just rock gently from side to side. Again, with your head on the floor, this is rather lovely because it's really good for our digestive health. Anything where you're drawing the knees in massages all of your abdominal organs. So squeezing and hugging the knees in. Just enjoy a breath there. And yogis, we're going to roll onto one side. We're going to come up onto all fours. So just make your way up to a kneeling position. Now, if you've got socks on, what's rather good, if you wish to, just take the socks off. You don't have to, but yoga is traditionally practiced with bare feet. This allows us to feel feet, but keep your socks on if you want to. And what we're going to do is the salutation to the moon to start with. So this is where padding up with 2 mats is quite good, because there's a little bit of kneeling. If you haven't got 2 mats, don't worry. What you can do is simply fold the mat that you do have over so that you've got that extra padding. Okay? Even if your knees are fantastic, I would recommend that, so they stay like that. Okay? And the salutation to the moon is lovely because it stretches your back forwards, backwards, to the side, and also twists. And the whole back is lovely and energized. And I believe it's a full moon, could be a new moon, on Saturday called the pink moon. So we pay homage to that. Pink moon, pink moon it's known as. And we're going to bring the right foot forwards. Yeah, look it up, Laura. So you're kneeling on the left knee and the right foot is forwards. Now, just a useful tip is to aim to keep this front right knee in the same line as your right ankle. Now, at some point it's going to lunge, you're going to probably come over, but at least you've set the intention. The right knee is in the same line as the right ankle, and you've opened up the toes. Okay, let's start here. I'm going to take a breath in, and we're going to take the arms up and gently back. So we almost create this crescent movement. Feel free to look forwards if that's easier for the neck. As you look up towards the hands, you simply take a breath in. And as you breathe out, take the arms to shoulder height with the palms facing forward. We're going to twist to the right. So you're going to breathe in. Twist the torso to the right so you use your oblique muscles. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist to your left. Use the muscles in the waist. Come back to center. Then drop the left arm down, bring the right arm up and come over into a side bend. So drop that left arm down, the right arm, still looking forwards, stretching into our side hips. And you breathe in, breathe out and come back. And switch sides. Over to your right, so the right arm down, left arm over. Take a breath into those side ribs. Come back to center. The left hand goes to the back of the left thigh, and it's the right arm again that comes up into a crescent moon. You take a breath in, and raise the left arm again where we started, looking up or forwards, create this crescent-like shape. And then come back to kneeling, and if you can, bring the hands back to the prayer position, and sit back into a kneeling position if you can. And that's one round. We're going to do the left side, okay? Here we go. Inhale, come back up. The left leg comes forwards now. But on the right knee, so we're going to take a moment. Keep the knee and the ankle in the same line. Breathe in. Sweeping up to, again, we've got an option here. We can look up and gently back. Create a little back bend, open the front of the body. Or just simply look forwards if that's easier. Hands go out to the side. We're going to twist to the left now, yogis. Here we go. Breathing in, keep the arms at shoulder height, twist to your left. Breathing out, come back to center. Inhale, twist to your right. Keep the front foot firmly anchored down. Good. Back to center. We drop the right arm down. Left arm comes over into a side bend. We look forwards. Breathe into those side ribs. Exhale, come back. Switching sides. Right arm comes over. Look forward, stretch into those ribs. And we come back. Right hand goes behind on the right thigh. Inhale slowly and raise the left arm into the crescent. Raise the right arm as well, back into that crescent shape. And as we exhale, palms come together. We come back to kneeling and carefully sit down. Got all that? Just about.
So.
Well, it's all right, Laura, because we're going to do another round. Here we go. Coming back, nice and slowly. Take the right foot forwards again. Yeah. Spread the toes wide, particularly the big toe. It's said to be the brain of the foot. So really anchor the feet down. But my advice is keep them soft and long. I know that sounds a bit weird, but the big toe is your balancing act here. And I don't know about anybody else. My big toe wants to sort of peel itself off the floor a lot. So we anchor it down. Here we go. Inhale. Let's sweep both arms up. Imagine a crescent shape. Look up if you can. Feel that stretch from your belly up to the throat. Exhale, arms come out to the side. Again, we twist to the right. So inhale, use your oblique muscles. Those are your side abdominals. Good. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, twist to your left. Always a little easier there. The opposite side, you may feel more open. Exhale, back to center. Left arm goes down. Right arm comes up. And we side bend to the left. Just be aware as you breathe in and out, a lovely stretch in those side ribs. We're trying to create space there, but we're still working our core. Back to center, let's switch sides. Right arm drops down, left arm comes over. Take a breath in. Breathing out. Left hand goes to the back of the left thigh so that it enables us to lift once more that right arm. Lovely deep breath. Come back into your half moon pose. Raise the left arm, arms both facing. Take a lovely breath in. Exhale, palms come back into prayer position. We come back to kneeling. And down we go. You remember all that on the left again? Yeah, come on. Once more on the left. What's lovely about this is you're putting your spine in lots of different positions. You're really opening and energizing the spine. Left foot comes forwards again, yogis. Kneeling on the right knee. Take a moment again to anchor down the big toes. Spread the toes, fan them apart if you can. Inhale. This is pose number one. Again, that lovely crescent shape we're making. Exhale, pose number two. Come out to the side. We twist to our left, yogis. Breathing in, use those oblique muscles. Twist to your left. Back to center. Inhale, carefully twist to your right. That's lovely. Notice if it feels any easier this time. Back to center. We drop the left arm down, the right arm comes up. And again, it's just a little side bend. Make sure you're not overstraining. Create space in those side ribs. Back to center. Drop the right arm down. Left arm comes up. Over into a little side bend. Create space in those side ribs. Back to center. And finally, right hand goes to the back of the right thigh. Scoot the left arm up. Come back into the crescent pose. Let the right arm join. Both arms. Take a lovely deep breath in. Use the exhalation to bring the palms back to prayer. You come back to kneeling. And we sit back. We're going to do one more round. A little bit faster if we can. Talk you through it though, so don't worry. Inhale, come up. Exhale, right foot forwards. Again, just hold that. Take a moment to spread the toes of the right foot. Inhale, crescent moon pose again, coming up and gently back. Remember, you've always got the option to look forwards if that's easier for you. Arms out to the side. Twist gently to your right on the inhalation. Use those side muscles. Good. Exhale back. Inhale, twist to your left. Keep the arms at shoulder height, palms facing forwards. Come back. Left arm goes down. Right arm comes up and we twist gently over, more of a side bend, sorry, over to your left with the right arm. We come back to center. We switch sides. We've got that right arm, left arm. Breathe in. Keep gazing ahead. Good, yogis. Breathe in. Arms back to center. Left arm behind, resting on the left side. Inhale. Use the strength to come up and gently back if you can. Add the left arm. Pay homage to that crescent moon. Open up the front body. Exhale, palms together. Back into knees. And sitting back if you can. If you can't, stay in that kneeling position. Beautiful. One more time on the left. Here we go. Coming up. Salutation to the moon. Left foot comes forwards. Take a bit of time to spread the toes. Big toe is your brain, the foot. Here we go. Breathing in. And it's a lovely deep breath in. Hopefully everyone's feeling a bit warmer. Up and gently back. Think about the lift. It comes from the belly up to the throat. A lovely opening. Exhale out to the side. Twist to your left on the inhalation. Anybody notice that feels a bit easier?
No, I don't notice.
We don't know, but it's a deep yes there, Mark. Okay. Inhale, twist to the other side. Every time we do this, we're loosening the vertebrae. So our body becomes more supple, particularly the spine. Good. Come back to center. Right arm goes down. Left arm comes up. And we joyously just side bend to the right. Breathe into the side ribs. Back to center. Switching sides. Arm goes up, one goes down. Over we come. Notice again if that side bend feels a little easier now. Back to center. Right hand resting on the back of the right thigh, which enables us to scoop the left arm up and we come back into crescent. And we add the right arm. Make that beautiful back bend, open up the heart center. Use the exhalation to come back to kneeling yogis, and sitting back. And then just soften and release the knees, take them apart, relax your hands. Why not grab your block and just allow yourself a moment to hang out in pose of gentle rest. So in this pose with a block, we deliberately want to drop the shoulders away from you because we've been doing so much twisting. And we hang out here, we drape the arms around. Knees are slightly apart, yogis, and just rest. It's nice to have a little headrest, so grab a block if you need to. But I just want you to take a few deep breaths. You've energized and opened the entire spine. Notice if you, as you breathe, whether your spine feels more warm or open. The back of your body breathe now. Whole back of the spine. Making a lovely dome shape. Breathe into that dome shape. Take 4 resting breaths here, yogis. Make sure you're comfortable that you can breathe and enjoy 4 resting breaths. That's it. Just let the whole of your body, particularly your spine, just work deeply. Have a pause. Done, yogis, and when you're ready, just gently come back up onto all fours. Move your block off your mat. And we're going to come into that tabletop position. We're going to practice our downward dog. If you can imagine, what you've just done is you've opened and energized from the belly all the way up. But from the belly down, we haven't really opened up the lower half of the body. So we're going to do downward dog as a way of just stretching all those major limbs, particularly the legs. Then we're going to go up into a hip opener to work the hips, okay? But firstly, let's come into tabletop. tuck the toes under. Just a useful tip for you when you're doing yoga at home, whenever you're doing your yoga. Always remember, ideally, that your wrists are underneath your shoulders, with a lovely line, and that your knees are underneath your hips. But when you go up, you may find that your wrists feel tired and heavy. So feel free to take the hands a little further forwards or back if you want to. But we start in this tabletop. That's a good position to come to. We tuck our toes under. We use the breath. So let's take a deep breath in together. Then we lift the hips towards the ceiling. We want to keep the feet and the knees apart. Arms are strong. We're going to walk the dog together. Let's go. Let's pad one heel back on the inhale. Pad the opposite heel back on the exhale. I want you to look towards your upper thighs. Let your head relax, particularly the crown of the head. Open the fingers. Spread the weight through the hands. Load the weight into your palms. And just focus on padding one heel back as you breathe in. The opposite heel back as you breathe out. Go gently. Gaze towards your upper thighs. Don't forget to breathe. Now, when you get a bit tired, feel free to come back down onto all fours. Well done. Stay a little longer if it's feeling good. And then if you want to, just shake out the wrists, okay? Just make some little rotations.
Sure, it's making me warm.
Well, it is warm in here, but we're warming the spine up. I'm hoping people are feeling a little warm. We're going to go back into that pose because I would like to teach you what's called the spiraling dog, where we work the hip. Remember, I mentioned the hip. So I just want to demonstrate, if you don't mind watching for a second. So up I go again, just watching for a second while I demonstrate. Here we go. Again, we might want to ease out, but this time I'm going to bend my right knee. I want to bring my right heel towards my right buttock by taking that right knee up, out and away, looking up towards the ceiling. And now I get this lovely opening in my hip, my ribs. I'm spiraling, trying to bring this heel towards my buttock. And then release. Then we switch sides. We bend the knee, bring it up, out and away. Trying to bring the heel close to the buttock. Open the chest, keep the arms strong. And slowly release. Then again, relax. Okay, so the idea is you take the hip up, back and away. Think about the heel wanting to come towards the buttock, okay? While we open up here, we want to create space in these side ribs. Just have a go. We call it Rover's return. You know, it's like a dog talking. So, although it doesn't sound glamorous, you get the idea. Anybody got dogs here? It's what they do at every lamppost and tree, isn't it?
Oh, my dad's got a dog.
There we go then. So up we go, yogis. Now, first and foremost, we're just going to pad down the heels. Let's feel our way into our downward dog. Yogis at home, again, take your time, take a few deep breaths here. And only if you wish to. We're going to practice bending the right knee. We're going to take the knee up, out and away. Keep the right heel as close to the right buttock as you can. Gaze up towards your right armpit and beyond. Rover's return. Take some deep breaths. That's beautiful. Breathe into those side ribs. And if it's too strong, which it is a strong pose, remember not to overstrain. Release, switch sides. Bend the left knee carefully, all the way into the right leg. And we take the knee up, out. The left heel comes towards the left buttock. We look towards the left armpit. Just have a go on both sides, even if it's just for one breath in and out, yogis. And then come down. Fabulous. And you will feel that in your hips. It's like getting your hips and really stretching them. Grab your block. This time, yogis, stretch the arms out, forehead down, bend the elbows if you need to. Come on, let's have a rest again. You've worked hard. Every time you go back into this pose, it's like a little quiet communication with yourself. It promotes calmness, but most importantly, it allows your whole body just a moment to rest. When you're doing strong yoga, it's important to rest in between the strong poses. So stay in pose with child for 3 more deep breaths, yogis. Check in with how you feel physically in this moment. Check in with your breathing. That's quality of breath. Above all, enjoy the rest. Let's take 2 more breaths, yogis, in your own time. Enjoy the rest. And then gently come back up. Nice to have those periodic rests, isn't it? It's important. Take our block off the mat again. And let's just come up to standing nice and slowly. With your knees soft as you come up, yogis, nice and slowly. And we're going to practice what's called the seaweed sway. If anybody finds when they go into what we call an inversion, seaweed sway. It's like we're on, I'll explain in a minute, but if you come into this pose and you feel dizzy, just come straight out, okay? We're going to go wide on our mats, yogis, as wide as we can. Bearing in mind if your hips are still tight, go gently. So sideways on our mats, and we turn the toes in and the heels slightly out. So a little bit of turning the toes in and the heels out. Check that your hips feel comfortable with the distance, okay? You can always zigzag the feet in. So I want you to imagine that we're going to almost sway as we fold forwards, as if we were skimming the bed of the sea, like a coral. We're going to just skim softly. We want this fluid movement through the body. So we do keep the knees slightly bent. That protects this sort of hammock, these muscles that sit like this, around here and here. It's like a hammock. We want to protect them. So we're going to go down from the hips. So we have soft knees. We come down, dangle rope, and then we hold on to alternate elbows, or maybe the wrists if easier, but ideally the elbows. We're going to allow the crown of the head to come towards the floor. Keep the knees slightly bent, but you can straighten the legs if you want to. And technically you're in a standing position. I wonder how much you can let go. Well, let's find out, because we're going to inhale and sway to the right. And we're going to then exhale, sway to the left. So like seaweed on the ocean floor. Breathing in as you sway to one side. Breathe out as you sway to the other. Relax the head. Keep going, yogis. Legs are nice and straight now. Swaying from side to side like seaweed in water. And keep it fluid. Keep it soft. Go as far down each time you breathe. Hang out a little deeper, a little further, towards the ocean bed, towards the floor. Keep going. Relax the crown of the head. How much can you let go in what is a technically standing pose? So just keep going. Slow down the breathing. Relax into it as much as you can. Remember to keep the knees bent if you need to, if your low back is delicate. Now, yogis, take your right elbow over to your right knee. And with your left elbow, I want you to slightly turn it out into the middle of the room. So your right elbow comes towards your right knee, left elbow pointing out. Just hold that for a second. And then release. Now go over to the left. So the left elbow is turned in towards the left knee, but the right elbow out to the side. It just deepens the stretch. Do that once more. Right elbow to left knee. Open up into the left elbow. We're still looking down, just opened up the elbow. Once more to the other side. That's it. So the outer elbow we pushed out. We just hold that stretch. Lovely. Don't forget to breathe. Excellent. Come back to the center. This is where we need to take great care. Let's all bend the knees, release the arms. Take your hands to your hips, almost like a skiing motion. Push the feet into the floor. Bend the knee, rise up slowly. That way you take care of your whole back. Lovely. Nicely done. You can jump, walk, or zigzag feet in. Beautiful. Okay. With that in mind, we're going to do the horse pose. Okay. What's the horse pose? Lovely for digestion. works the thighs, strengthens the knees, and good for the pelvic muscles. So we go, wow,
Oh, it's hot in here.
it is, isn't it? I think we're warm. I don't think the heating's gone up. I think, is everyone feeling warm?
Too warm.
Like a sauna. It's nice. Toes out, yogis, heels in.
I'm sure the heating's not up, Pete.
No, Peter turned it down for us. It's you. You're warming up, Laura. Just take some water if you need to. So yogis, toes out, heels in now. We're going to bend the knees, and it's absolutely fine just for this pose for your knees to come over your feet because we're not here for long. What we can do to stop ourselves sticking our buttocks out is take one hand to the low back, one hand to the front, and tuck your tailbone in. So it's this action, yogis, you probably all know, tucking in. So we tilt the pelvis,
This
and we
way.
tuck, watch Laura, and we tuck the tailbone in. So rather than this, and we've got mirrors, so have a look if you dare, and just tuck it. So imagine you're almost going down as if you were here against a wall, and that way we're not going to stick the buttocks out. Okay, so here we are. Watch. And then we're going to bring the hands to the prayer position, and we're going to seek a little love. We're going to breathe and look forwards, deep breaths. Now, nobody knows you're doing this except the yoga teacher who's just asked you to, but nobody else. You can pull up on your pelvic floor muscles, those internal muscles, just pull up on them, hold and breathe. So we work those internal muscles, the diaphragm, the pelvic floor. The core is made up of the diaphragm, the pelvic muscles. It's not just the abdomen. The core is a big part of your body. And by pulling up on those pelvic floor muscles, you help keep them strong. Gaze ahead. Feel this on the thighs now. So just another breath. Exhale, release, relax, come up. And one more. Down we go. Gaze ahead. Tuck the tailbone in. Fall up on the pelvic floor. Relax the face. Breathe. Just hold for one breath if you can. That's beautiful. And well done. Zigzag the feet in. Have a little shake out. Do grab some water. It's warm.
Oh, man. What do?
Also remember, Laura, you weren't well last week, so don't do too much, yeah? You're still probably recovering, yeah?
No, I tested 2 C's.
Yeah, but your body takes time. Takes time to recover from things. Have we all got a block? If you haven't, do grab one. They're in the side of the room. If you feel you need 2, you can grab 2 as well. And what we're going to have a go at is the sugarcane goddess. Love that name.
I don't know if I need 2 or more.
You can always grab another one if you want to, Laura. I'm just going to show you with one.
I can just use 1.
The higher that you are, sometimes if you find coming forwards, because this is in essence a balance, then you may want to, but start with 1. So we face the block, it's on our mat. There's nothing else on our mat, we're not going to hurt ourselves. Keep the knees soft, and we're going to take our fingers and rest them on our block. Now, if you find that tricky, even with bent knees, grab another block, okay? You can always grab 2, as I said. So here we are, I'm just going to demonstrate. I rest, my elbows are soft, and at this point, my knees are soft as well. It's quite a long way to go, and we relax the back of the head. And this is the balance, so we just take a breath and recenter. And then I'd like you to practice stacking the weight into the left leg. I come up onto the ball of the right foot, and I'm just going to practice bending that right knee. That's the first part of the balance. And then seeing if you can relax the whole of the right arm. And that may be enough to know. If you wanted to go further, raise that back leg, raise the arm, and we hold and breathe. And then we wobble, which is normal, okay? Now, sometimes people like to look up. There's no way I'm looking up. There's enough going on down there
I'm
to keep me busy.
looking up.
So have a go. We're going to do it in bite-sized chunks. Does anybody feel they need 2 blocks? It's not cheating. It's quite a long way down there.
So you do it like this.
Hang on, Laura.
Okay.
Whoa. Just slow down. Let's do it together. People at home as well. Make sure.
Sorry.
That's all right. Just take care. Do it slowly. You're very eager, which is great. So let's rest the hands on the block, yogis. Bend the elbows slightly. People at home using a block, or if you haven't got a block at home, big, thick, heavy book. Couple of half-back
Or
books.
pillow.
No, the pillow's too soft. Keep the knees bent, elbows bent. Just focus and breathe. Take a breath. Then shift the weight into the left leg, yogis. And if you can this evening, just see if you can bend that right knee. Take it off the floor. Start to stack all the way into the left leg. Keep the left leg strong. And then if you can, just release that right arm. Let it dangle in front of you. Take it off the block. If that's too tricky, keep both hands on the block. Just try that to begin with, yogis. Then raise that right arm, that right leg. Keep looking down. Unless you felt you could turn to look towards the right. Laura, focus and release. Well done. Blimey, well done, yogis. That's it. No, you can't do it right now, Laura, but keep practicing. Try the other side, yogis.
Yeah, I've tried the other side.
Bend those knees. Rest both hands. What I would say, yogis, is keep the elbows slightly bent, okay? Keep it relaxed. Start to tip the weight into that right leg. Both hands at the moment on the block. Bend the left knee. Take the foot off the floor. Keep the left knee bent. Start to straighten the right leg. Breathe. And then take the left arm off the block if you can. Keep looking down. And then if you felt you could straighten the left leg behind you, raise the left arm behind you. Keep looking down unless you want to turn to look towards that left arm. Well done. You're doing much better than me tonight.
I've
Well
got to
done.
do with the
No, but you raised the leg and that's great. One more go, yogis, because you all made it look so easy. I'm going to show you the last part of this. Come into step 3, there are 4 steps. So if we were here, which we all were, and everybody was having a bit of a go, or here, which is great, and you felt that you could hang out there for a moment, you're going to bend that knee, that's the right leg, hold on to the foot, and she do it tonight. I've been doing this all day. And then take the foot up, out, and again, open up. Ooh. Okay, so I was wobbly there, but I'm better on the other side, yogis. So we bend the knee, we hold on to it, push the foot into the hand, take it up, back, and away. So it's another hip opener. And better on this side. Beautiful pose, beautiful way to open. Again, if that's too strong, what you're all doing is brilliant. If you want to have a go, it's about having a go, isn't it? Throwing caution to the wind, no. But play with the pose. It's about being playful and joyful. And I think we can all do a bit more of that in the world. So have another go if you want to. It is warm. If you'd rather not, then just practice tonight raising one leg.
Oh,
And
just
that
do
arm.
one leg.
Just do one leg, Laura, yeah. If you're tired and warm, feel free to skip this. Well done, Peter. Well done. Well done, ladies. Yes. That's lovely. Open the body. Open that hip. That's beautiful. Feel that opening. And I'm glad we're giggling as well. Have some fun with it. Well done, Mark. Excellent. Well done. Lovely.
Feel pleased.
It's a beautiful way to open up. Peter, you're right. Is it Mark? Yes. Well done. Don't forget to try the other side. You know, today you could just do this or bend that knee. Even if you think, oh, there's no way I can get hold of the foot, why not just enjoy opening up the body? It's a great way just to create space in your hip. Have a go on the other side.
Yeah, I'm just going to raise one leg.
You do that, Laura. People at home, this is a balance, so have a go. Make sure you're careful. If you haven't got a block at home, hard-backed books are good. Just a few big chunky books, but well done. Excellent. Wow.
I feel
You've worked
pleased.
hard tonight. I'm just checking the time, so I think you deserve to come down. And we're going to sit on our blocks for what's known as the cobbler pose, okay?
It rushes to your head when you do that.
Yes, so come down and have some water as well if you're feeling. It is warm, isn't it? And
It rushes to my head.
although that's a balance, it's also an
I could
inversion. Yeah, drink some water. So what we're going to do now is sit on our block because it gives us a bit of height and anteriorly it tilts the pelvis again. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together. Again, the groins, the inner thigh, the inner ankle. This is an area again that's hidden. It's not somewhere we think, I must stretch my groins today. So it's tight because it's hidden. So if you go into this pose and you're very tight there, don't worry. But what we're going to have a go at, taking the hands forwards, like tripods, at either side. And now you may not get far, doesn't matter, because we're just going to slowly fold forwards. Every time we exhale, we fold forwards. And you will notice with the soles of the feet together that that's tighter, isn't it? So we don't force the movement, we just slowly come forwards. Then we take another breath and we slowly come a little further forwards. Up to 5 breaths, yogis. This is wonderful for the groin, the inner thigh. You're all feeling that in the groin and in the thigh, not just me. Relax the shoulders. Yeah. You feel it more in the outer buttock, yeah, outer thigh. Again. No, that's good. But what I would like you to do, take the hands wider apart now, wide as your shoulders, and go forwards again. That deepens the stretch.
Oh, it feels tight here.
Yeah, that's where it's supposed to feel tight, in the groin and hip area, pelvic region. We're all built differently. Some people find this easy, others find it hard. Pretty much most people find it quite strong, so it's hard. Okay. Breathe and just hold for another breath. No matter where you are on your journey, yogis, it's not just the destination, it's the journey that matters. Or, as someone once said to me, the company you keep on that journey. Well done. Now we're going to walk forwards. We haven't finished yet. Imagine your feet like the pages of a beautiful book. I want you to take hold of a page, one sole and the other. Open the book. And as you open the book gently, use the elbows on the inner thighs or inner calves. Press down into that area. So you have to soften a little more. Open the pages of your book and fold that if comfortable. Be careful for foot injury. Relax the head. Take a few deep breaths. Each exhalation, go a little lower. Keep the pages of the book open. Good. Now, if you're tight there, which most human beings are, unless you sit cross-legged and don't have sofas, then we're all tight there. But the more we practice, the more we breathe, the easier it gets. But it does take patience and time. Well done, yogis. Bring the feet together. This is important to take the hands underneath the knees and just bring them up slowly. And then stretch those legs out. Sit back, take them out, work hard. It's almost 1:45, but I think we'll do one more pose for our abdominals. And we're going to do prayer sweeps. So we come back to kneeling. Now again, with this pose, it's our last pose here, which will be pleased to hear. What I'd advise again, if you've only got one yoga mat, why not just add over twice, so you've got a little double thickness when you come to kneeling. Because again, there's a little bit of kneeling here. Okay, so we come to kneeling, yogis, and we stand. Well, we don't stand up, we sort of come into a high kneeling position. Again, I'm just going to demonstrate. Feet can be, knees, can be together or slightly apart. But again, the extra padding underneath the knees. So let me demonstrate. This is going to work your quadriceps, your thighs, and again, that hammock. Think about this hammock of muscles here. It's also going to strengthen this area. So the whole core. Nice for the diaphragm as well. So we bring the hands to prayer position. Maybe just want to look forwards, take a resting breath. Check in physically as we come to the end of the practice. How do we feel physically? And then we're going to sweep. We're going to sweep the right arm behind us and the left arm in front like this. First of all, we're going to lean back a little. And we take those arms shoulder height and we look behind towards the right thumb. Just lean back ever so slightly. As you exhale, you come back up, bring the palms together. I love the way this is called a prayer sweep. Lean back again, work the thighs, engage the tummy muscles. Then sweep the arm, the left arm behind, right arm forwards. Look towards the left arm. Lean back. Exhale, come forward. And we keep going. We can do 8 of those on each side. So this is number 2. Leaning back, keep the arms at shoulder height, arms facing forwards. Exhale, come back, and you're just looking behind you very slightly. To the left, lean back, engage the tummy muscle. And back. So that's 2 rounds. We'll try maybe 4, maybe 8's too many. Keep going. Inhale, lean back a little bit. That's it. Use those oblique muscles. Exhale back. You feel it on the thighs? Inhale, lean back. One arm forwards, one back at shoulder height. Notice if you can twist further on one side. Keep going. Press. Inhale, arms to shoulder height, looking behind. Good. Leaning back slightly. Exhale. Inhale, left side. Exhale, one more on each side, yogis. Inhale, just leaning back slightly. Notice again, does one side feel easier? Good. Exhale, last time on the left. Inhale, slightly leaning back. And exhale. Wonderful, good. It really works here and here, as you may feel tomorrow. Okay, yogis, let's lie down. Time for relaxation. Yogis at home, grab your blankets, your cushions. Come on down. Let's relax.
This one.
So I want you to get comfortable. It's a beautiful temperature in here. I very much doubt anybody needs a blanket, but you might want to grab a fleece. Why?
Not blanket.
Because your body temperature comes down fairly rapidly without any movement, whether it's yoga or aerobics. Body temperature comes down
I
rapidly.
noticed that at night.
Well, let's lie down now. Let's be quiet and still. We're going to have a few minutes of relaxation. Started at 10 to, so we have 5 minutes of beautiful relaxation. Yogis, do take a little bit of time to make sure you're very comfortable. Yogis at home as well. We're going into relaxation. We've lowered the lights here. Hopefully at home you've switched off the lights or just maybe got an eye bag over the eyes, which is nice. Let the body start to just become quiet and still. And first and foremost, let's just allow our breath to relax. Just finished our yoga. So before we go into the relaxation, just let your breath settle. Let your body become as comfortable as it can be for the next few minutes. That's it. Let's just allow the whole body to become quiet and still. Yogis, as you next breathe in, I'd like you to take the awareness of the inhalation and breathe into your palms, into your palms. And as you exhale, visualize or imagine breathing out of your palms. So for the next minute or two, take the breath into the palms as if you could breathe into your palms and breathe out of your palms as well. What we're doing is we're taking any excess energy from the head by taking it actively down into the lower parts of the body. Breathing in and out of the palms for the next minute, as if you could take the breath into your palms, yogis, and breathe out of the palms as well. And continue that for another minute, breathing in and out of the palms, very gently for the next minute. As if the very breath that you breathe, simply breathe in and out of the breath. No effort required. Breathing in and out of the palm. Whole body quiet. Whole body still. And then, yogis, we're going to shift the awareness to the abdomen, almost as if we didn't need our lungs to breathe. Notice how the belly lifts on the inhalation, rises as we breathe in, and falls as we breathe out. Just allow the breath in and out of the belly, breathing into the belly, watching, feeling it rise on the inhalation and gently fall on the exhalation. And again, for the next minute or two, simply allow your awareness to rest at the belly, watching it rise and fall with each breath. Slowly and gently breathing into the belly. No effort required. Enjoy that. Breathing into the belly. Just another minute. Allow the belly to be very free. Relax. Breathing into the belly. Then we're going to shift the awareness again, yogis. We're going to take the awareness down to the feet now. We're going to breathe into the very soles of the feet and breathe out of the soles of the feet as well. And as you breathe in and out of the soles of the feet, they become more open and more transparent in each breath. So we shift the awareness now down to the soles of the feet, visualizing or imagining breathing into the very soles of the feet, breathing out of the soles of the feet. And with each breath, the feet become more open and transparent. Enjoy that process of breathing into the feet for 1 or 2 minutes. Each breath, feet become more open, more transparent. And finally, yogis, I'm going to shift the awareness just one more time. Take the breath into the heart center in the middle of the chest. And take the breath into the heart center in the middle of the chest. And again, as if we didn't need the lungs to breathe, imagine the heart center breathing into it and gently out of it as well. With each breath now into the heart center, it's going to ripple out and spread to the whole body. Each breath as if it could ripple out and benefit the whole body. As if the breath were boundless, almost limitless. There's nowhere this breath cannot go. Take it into your fingers, down into the toes, and softly and gently breathing up into the head. Taking the breath from the heart center, and just let it dissolve and diffuse out into the whole body and gently up into the head. Enjoy another 5 deep breaths here, yogis. Breathing into the whole body and gently up into the head. For just 5 slow breaths. Take your time. Enjoy each breath. Breathing into the whole body, gently up into the head. And remember, yogis, let the breath be as free and as liberal as it wants to be. There is nowhere this breath cannot go. Just take 5 slow breaths into the whole body and gently up into the head. Take another deep breath in and out, yogis, in your own time. Into the whole body and gently up into the head. Slowly and gently, you're going to think about coming back from our inner world, back into the outer world a little more refreshed, a little more revitalized, calm and more centered. We've nourished the body, recharge the whole system. Start to become aware once more of where you are. Begin to think about making tiny movements once more with your fingers and your toes. Tiny movements in your fingers and toes. Starting to come back from the inner world, back to the outer world, a little more refreshed and alive. Very gently, having moved the fingers and toes, start to think about stretching into the whole body in any way that feels good. Stretching and yawning, unfolding the body in any way that feels good. Slowly coming back. Slowly coming back. And as you stretch and yawn, take a moment, yogis, to notice your level of relaxation compared to when we started. Notice the ambience of the mind. How do I now feel compared to when we started? How do I now feel? enjoy dwelling in the stillness just for a little longer. Gently coming back. Opening the eyes gently. Having stretched and yawned, just maybe hugging the knees back into the chest. Rocking a little. Oh. Slowly, slowly. Just making your way up to sitting in your own time. Please don't rush. We've spent quite a while down there. So let's not undo the good. Come up. And we'll close our practice. We start as a group, therefore we end together as a group. So in yoga we have a saying that says, if we don't look after this body, where else are you going to live? It's true. So bring the hands together if you wish to, and just take a moment to wish this body well. Take a moment to wish yourselves well. Take a moment to wish all beings well. May your walk go well. Om Shanti. Namaste. Peace. Thank you. Thank you, yogis. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye, everyone at home.
Thank you.